My name is Mike Woods. I'm a maintenance man at the charter school now for 9 years and was one of the original, not founders, but I worked to get the school going.
I came to know about the charter school through a group of parents in Red Bank.
The school system was pretty bad at the time, so they were looking for, back then they called it an alternative, and then we heard about the charter.
And as a parent who was just about to send my own children to the middle school, elementary schools, I got involved with this new idea of the charter for Red Bank.
Families come over to our house in our living room, had meetings.
There were a number of parents from the community, there were a number of supporters from the local high school, from Red Bank Regional, and together we forged an application that, lo and behold, was approved by the State Department of Education.
Got the charter, and then they fought it, and we lost it.
And we, as a group, made it clear to the Red Bank Borough Schools that we would apply year after year until either education improved in Red Bank or until the district schools allowed us to open a charter.
And the next year, did the same thing. This time we won, and we held it.
That began the sort of long process of guiding or educating children in Red Bank.
They were there for the students, which is why my parents sent me to the charter school. That's why they worked so hard to get the school going. They brought people to our house for meetings, and they were so invested in my education and my brother and sister that they just wanted a better opportunity for us.
In partnering with the hospital, with Riverview Medical Center, we were renting a facility of theirs as we expanded. They had made it clear to us that it was for a 2-year period, and if we wanted the building itself, this old Victorian home, we could have it if we could move it. And we challenged ourselves to do that, and within a year had found a location in Red Bank where we could move that Victorian home to and create our own campus for the Red Bank Charter School.
And so here comes, you know, a little ad in the paper that says this little thing, Red Bank Charter School, and I had no idea what a charter school was at the time.
I have twins, a little boy and a little girl that are second graders here at the charter school.
My twin sons, James and Dylan, were of approaching kindergarten age.
No idea where it was located. I knew Red Bank because we had always come here and come into town, but I never had even heard of the Red Bank Charter School.
When I first came to charter school, I was the first 4th grade class, and it was scary to come to it was a brand new school. It was the first year that it opened. And I remember just being so excited and happy to be at school.
And when we heard about the charter school, we came to an informational meeting. And as soon as I crossed the threshold, my husband and I felt very comfortable. We felt a sense of, this is a good place, you know, things are happening here.
There were 15 kids that had already taken slots because they were siblings and they take precedence.
Had a really good interview in a little back room of the Episcopal Church there.
It was in February that we were having the lottery for our second year, and I just was praying and keeping my fingers crossed that my daughter would get in.
And then we sat, maybe a few weeks later, we sat in a room with a bingo ball machine in front of us. And we said, wow, this is really interesting and a little bizarre.
As an 8th grader, I then got to work with the younger students. I volunteered at recess, and I would walk over to the Century House when it was over on, what street is that, Front Street? And we would go and we would help out with lunch and recess.
And because of all the turmoil in our first year, there was a very small wait list. And that is not the case today, but back then it was, and she did get in, and I was really very happy that she did get in.
So there were only 5 slots, and on the first 3 went by and we didn't get picked, and then the 4th ball came up and it was our daughter, and that meant that our son automatically got the 5th. So we were very fortunate and got lucky, and are very grateful to be here.
And about 5 numbers in, the first number was chosen. And we thought, okay, 1 is in. What's the likelihood of the last one being in? So second to last, number 15 came out. And that's when we knew we were in.
And I was excited. I had to feel the place, the different colors that were there. It just seemed like a place where me being from kind of an artistic writer background would kind of really fit in. And I turned out, hopefully, to be right. 14 years later, here I stand.
So after I graduated from Montclair, I heard through the grapevine that there might be some openings coming up. So I walked down here and I handed in my resume. And about a week later, I got a phone call from Ms. Pinotti. I came in for an interview, and a couple of days later, I got a call, and I was offered a maternity leave position in the 4th grade, and I was ecstatic.
My eldest daughter, who is now in college, started in the very first kindergarten class at the charter school.
I know this school for a long time. My older son, he's 24 years old now. He's graduated here, and my younger son, he's 21 years old, and I have a good experience with this school.
The class that I started with was the class that I graduated with, and that was probably the best thing that could have happened, because still to this day, I'm still close with those same people.
I am April's mom. She's in 8th grade, April's in 8th grade, and I am so proud of this school because my daughter is very social. She started in kindergarten.
I felt so excited to just give back to the community that gave so much to me. And I was excited to work with teachers that I knew that I had, just to work in the environment where I learned was it's so amazing.
The community and that feeling of all the teachers know all the kids, all the families know all the kids, all the parents know all the parents.
When April's here, she feels very happy.
Character was instilled on every student, especially myself.
Some of the things that I really like about the charter school is that it's small. Here I feel like everybody knows who my kids are. The pre-K teacher knows my kids, the 8th grade teacher, and everybody in between.
Attention that the kids get and everything, it's a great thing. And I know we're not the only charter school, but this is one of the better ones, I think, as far as I'm concerned, it's the tops.
What's amazing about our school is we do really great work, but somehow we don't reinvent the wheel, but somehow we say, you know what, good is not good enough. Like, yeah, this is great, and look at these scores, and they're great, and look at the kids, they're great with their character values, and I see a lot of respect going on, but how can we step further? How can we go to that next level, and not just be great, but how can we be the best that we really can be?
I think simply put, it's because it's working. It works for the children who are going through school here, that by the time they enter freshman year in high school, they're prepared.
The future is bright for the charter school, and I'm thankful to my parents, all the founders, all of the parents past, present, and future, and to Ms. Pinotti, and to the wonderful teachers that I had and the wonderful teachers that I work with. And just, I'm so grateful for this opportunity for us and for Red Bank as a community.
As far as the expansion into the future and where the Red Bank Charter School is heading, I think that they've continued to show success every time they've expanded, when they went from just a couple of kids and a couple of grades to K through 8 to pre-K through 8. And I think it just makes sense that a proven model where the kids are showing great success and really learning well and moving into the future, you just want to expand that.
I think the expansion is going to be great for the community. I think that it gives more kids of Red Bank a choice of where they want to go. I think that's a huge deal, always to have a choice. I think that's really important. And I think the work that we do here is really good. I'm not here to stand here and say, oh, we're better than so-and-so, and we were never about that. But I think ultimately that choice for parents to have, to send their kids here, and knowing what kind of school it is, and once the kids are in here, how safe and secure and how they feel free to kind of become who they're, who they are and feel comfortable in their own skin. I think that ultimately when they get behind the doors here and they get in here, I would like more kids to experience and feel that.
In my involvement today, we are now talking about a further expansion because the waiting list is so large for the school, and so our campus can expand. But yes, the campus can expand, and the school is looking to grow the school to meet the educational needs of a larger population of children in Red Bank.
I said I never would have thought that it would come to this. I mean, 4 through 8, we were there for, well, I guess we expanded when Siobhan was in 8th grade, so for 4 years, we were just a 4 through 8. And, but now, to see it grow and continue growing, and it really is, it's amazing.
So the fact that more kids will come here, I honestly can't imagine it, to tell you the truth, but it's exciting.
That's good because I know I hear a lot of comments they want to enter in the charter school because everybody talking this good school. I think so. If they make the other group, they have a chance in other kids, and the parents can be happy to go through this school.
And, here we are, almost 20 years later, and we're going to bring in even more kids. It's incredible to see it kind of, come around again. It's really special.